Mindfulness.
Breathe deeply. Being honest is a lot like soliciting sex. Quite an experience. Don't you think that lost hours can radically transform the way you look at profits if we stop being so narrow-minded? The voices in your head are connecting you to the universe. You're better than that. It's never too late to expect. The types of people who exploit fellow citizens can sometimes be the same types of people who exploit lust. Old people are actually touchy. Don't forget that you're feeling alienated. Best friends are running the world. Feel your skin drifting away from your sphincter. Reframing wealth is what it's all about. Take control of your life. Do your best. Remember to say to yourself, my living is insignificant. Isn't it relaxing to think about how you're stored up? She is one with the great nothingness? Whenever you seek to be perceived to be a good husband, try to wish for it. Remember to tell yourself, my existence matters. Meditate on how a lawyer can feel crooked. Notice your bowels drifting away. Once upon a time in ancient Japan, lived a God-fearing wanderer who was going around in the jungle seeking territory. That was when he encountered an unmarried witch. Where can a God-fearing wanderer like myself find territory? He asked the witch. The witch immediately replied, of territory I do not know, for I am but a mere witch. The wanderer was puzzled by the witch's answer and did as she had said. The following spring, while he was conversing with his lover, the wanderer made his great discovery. Wise is the student who gives his friend his family, for he shall become in possession of a magic flute. And when he departed, everybody cried. Remember that the king of yoga said, to a lot of people beauty parlor means nuclear test site.
Thank you.
Flame Dreams, thanks for dropping that in there. BlueDias, how you doing tonight? Thanks for, oh, nope, didn't drop something in there. All right, hot dog, We got a hot dog here. I pushed the button, and he heard it, and he didn't get out of his little bed. Oh my god. We're gonna give the cat some treats before we start doing the levels. Look, he's being so cute. He hopped in his bed and was such a good boy, and he's just been all sniffy and cute. He wants a treat taxi. He probably does. But he's so cute there. It's hard. I don't want him to leave. I don't want him to leave. He's in there and he's so cute. Look at him. Look at how cute he is. Natalie, how you doing tonight? Casey, how you doing tonight? Let's see. I got the stuff in my pocket already. Yeah, it's ready. So let's get him. Are you ready, hot dog? Are you ready? Pud's ready. He's running into me. Here we go. Sorry, bud. Lion King music noises. He's so cute. He didn't even get mad. Put his hands on my phone. You ready, little buddy? This one's hot dog. Because he looks like a hot dog. Look at his ears. Hot dog shaped. Looks like you could put a hot dog right over him. And sit really comfy. Doot. Skirple, thanks for dropping that in there. How you doing tonight? Do you know what the words to the Lion King song are? No. Just kind of noises. What they mean in English? No, I assume kitty cat. DS, thanks for dropping something in there. Boy, that is a big slit that it tore today. Your cat looks high. Yeah, a little bit. He got a little bit of that going. He's about to be high. This one looks like he's tweaking. All the time. This one's Pud. Look, it's a lion. Oh my god. Oh man, that's great. It's like the translation of the Italian for the song at the end of Portal 2 was like hilariously fitting, but really poorly done because the lady barely knew Italian, so she just said stuff. Give it time. Yeah, not too much time. That's the second thing that comes after this. I think they might as well be one thing because I think they're both separate, but we just do them together. Oh, did I spill some? Oh, I did spill some. Somebody licked it up already. Okay, crackers. Oh my god. Look, it's a lion. I wish I had... We have a little hat. We have a little lion hat somewhere. It'd be really funny to put it on hot dog. Aw, he's not even, like, rejecting the hand-holding after. He's so chill. Ow! Crackers, for fuck's sake! He's so chill today. Crackers is on steroids, and he sounds much better. But he just bit me, so no more steroids for him. Back to lung issues for you, buddy. Grounded. We hear purr? Maybe. Crackers probably is. Oh, sorry, hot dog. Might also just be me breathing. You want a little more, Pud? I was hiking. Air quality's not great today. Doot. And now, the drugs. He leaves. But he comes back for the drugs later. You ready, hot dog? You want some? You want some direct druggies? No? Okay. Drugs in the bed. Crackers, now that you're breathing better, I'll sprinkle some drugs directly on you. So you can snort them off of your own butt. There you go, guys. Have fun being high. Hot dog, would you like a ride back? Ow. Some treat on my finger. I wiped off. Somebody will find it. Ow! Okay, we can't see it, but there's definitely a catnip in there. And it hurts. Hot dog, would you like a ride home? Or do you want to stay for drugs? Oh, he's staying. He's gonna stay for drugs. Alright. Cat cam will be worse today. For now. We can see, yeah, there's some black ink on there. My, oh, that turned on? Oh, it is turned on. Here we go. My, watch band broke, so I put a different one on, and I was marking the one that I want to use with black marker. I got some marker on me. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk about markers. Here's the kitties. Move the cam over. I also moved the thermal cam over because I thought that would be funny today. Because they were wrestling. Now they're not. How long have you been playing Mario Maker 2 for? Well, a little while. I've played a little bit of Mario Maker 2. I have a little bit. I haven't quite hit that 10,000 hours of mastery where you're definitely a master, but, you know, I'm working on it. I hope I get there one day. A little bit of Mario Maker 2. I've been streaming since, 2020? Yeah, I think 2020. Only a little bit of Mario Maker. Yeah. Only a little bit. It's in my head. Okay, Flame. 69X. Let's see what you got. Hot dog, can you not rip the green screen up, you little dick? Yeah, I picked up both of them on release. Don't really have much to do with, like, much to play Mario Maker 1 with, people to play with. Wasn't streaming at the time. I was streaming Smash Bros with a traveling stream, but not streaming personally. And the bookmark tool was my BFF. Oh yeah, maybe he's trying to bury some of the mess, some of the spill. That's pretty cute. He has left. Hopefully he comes back to his little bed. So I can zoom that other one in on Crackers. As I find the friggin' button. Oh, I forgot to start the that was the wrong way. Forgot to start the buddy, Mario Maker 2 buddy. Always something. It's a little mayhem. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Mario Maker. Yeah, curation was worse with Mario Maker 2 until I started streaming and realized there are people who just want to feed you their levels, who want feedback, who want you to play their shit. And then you don't have to self-curate because that sucks. Okay, there's the thingy. This thingy. I think I'm all set. I think we're all set up. Oh, the face tracking cameras. Crackers is waiting for... Well, he's got drugs on him. He's got the drugs he needs. Oh, man. Okay, hang on. Before we get started, I'm going to see if I can pull this goddamn sliver out with some tape, because it is right in the tip of my pointer. We need that finger sometimes. Good luck. Thanks. 1.1% clear rate. 1.6. Doesn't seem too bad. Hot dog is digging hot cam. Hot cam. Dog. This weird looking practice door here. Weird. Hey, thanks a lot for the follow there.
Crystal Gaming
Sports
has started
Crystal
following.
Gaming.
Thank you.
69. Nice. That's a commitment to the bit. So, with that, how do you feel about 6-7 then? What's going on down there? Okay, this is a fall recovery hole. Okay. That's what this reset door is for. Okay, I get it. I could not tell that was there at all. Because you use the bottommost row tiles here on the airship thing, so it just kind of floated out until I fell down there. I look like a magician? Do you do, you see a lot of shirtless magicians? Maybe it's the glasses. Or sleeveless magicians? Muscle mages? I really hope that's a thing. I really hope there's some guy out there who's just like ripped. He's like, alright. I'm gonna pull a quarter out behind your fucking ear. And I'm gonna bite it in half. I don't want to see it. I don't want to go to that magic show. I just hope that guy exists. Ruining birthday parties for kids. That's Muscle Mage, Billy. I've seen all those Chad pictures on your phone. I thought you would like it. Cape or tail? Like if I had to pick one for a costume? Oof. Like a sex thing? No, but now I want to hear that answer. I mean, for a costume, a cape would be better than a tail. Especially a decorative tail. Decorative tail is just silly. What do you mean in Mario? Because the cape was really fun. Really heavy cape stuff is, and especially in like Super Mario World, cape hacks are really tough, like Kaizo cape stuff. But the cape is really fun. The worst flying power-up we've ever had is the fucking propeller mushroom. I think the best one might be the, you can do a lot of really fun stuff with the cape, but I think the best one might actually be the acorn suit, as much as I hate new suit. The acorn suit is self-limiting, but still really, 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 interesting. There's a lot you can do with it without it feeling like you don't have flight. Like when they re-added the, fucking, raccoon tail for 3D World, but all it was a hover, that felt pretty bad. I understand wanting to limit flight so that you can't fly over the entire stage and skip all engagement. Limited flight is still really fun. Wow. Wow. Certainly a choice. Yeah, I mean, it all works. It's nice to be forgiving. I guess, especially for endless players, it's nice to forgive the fall and let the player retry. We must be using some other doors elsewhere because you did pepper the whole lower area with doors. You could help the player run faster if instead of flat ground down there, you did a conveyor belt. But especially if there isn't a subworld, you could also use pipes to form just a huge network of resets if you wanted to do that, so there wasn't as much running to the left. Trying to figure out if we love or hate that boo emote. He's thinking about something. Yeah, let me pull my queue up here too. Get something. Okay. Each one of those one-ways set is a mini checkpoint. Well, kinda. You're kind of pedaling back to the beginning no matter what, though, aren't you? Oh, maybe the thought here was that I could restart from this point if I was an insane person? Yeah, maybe there's little restart points. Maybe that's where the rest of the doors went. There's little reset points on the other ones that we haven't seen yet. Wow. I kind of wish that I wasn't spending so much time this close to the top of the screen, though, because the level does naturally work you up there, and then you're platforming kind of off-screen, which is never super fun, especially if you don't have any way to hover down, because we have no way to track ourselves up there. We start working down a little bit here. Yeah, there's a checkpoint. Okay, yeah, they'll each be a little reset side. Yeah, I'd rather be a little lower if I could help it. Or climbing vertically in the subworld, although that would be really nasty with a bunch of spikes above you. Because of specifically that. Because it's so easy to slip just a little bit out. When you can't tell where you are off screen. Bud came back for drugs, and he's alone. And 92 degrees. 92 degrees in his little ears. That concludes this cat temperature update. Cat weather. Catweather.com. Rude. Feels bad. Fine. God, I think you were the first person on the planet to look at that. Scroll down there. But yeah, I built a new machine before I lost my job. Right around when the... What the fuck is it? 9800X3D came out. Because I hadn't built a new computer in a while. And then, I really wanted to get 5080 or a 5090. I just kind of took what I got. Pretty rough. Yeah, this is a fun pivot for a vertical climb. This definitely works better than if it was a lot of spikes, too. If it was a lot of spikes, it would be rough. What do these resets do? So this, it just resets the room. Okay. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't do a ton of, I mean, I do a ton of PC gaming. I don't do a ton of high fidelity gaming, but I still do VR stuff very frequently. And beefy GPU means very few problems. With Beat Saber, which is most of what I do. But it's nice. And it might be the last GPU I ever own, since we're going that way with GPUs. And then 5 years from now, instead of buying a GPU for $88 million, you'll be able to rent a GPU. Yeah, rent your RAM. You'll be able to rent your whole computer. You just remote into it on the cloud with your fucking phone plugged into your fucking TV. Latency? No, we're not worried about that. Gaming. And I died. Yeah, I'm really happy I built when I did. It was before the price hikes were really a concern. There was still a shortage on the 5000 series. But I still had unemployment after losing my job. Kitties. And, had a 3090 build that I was selling off, but I still didn't sell. I really need to actually put it back together and sell it. But I figured, you know, that build will sell for at least $1,000. So 5080, 5090 mostly pays for itself. Ouch. I don't know what I was thinking. Be paying us to go to data centers and take the... Yeah, we might get really lucky. And some big shift in computing. Maybe in NAND access. Like, let's say somebody figures out a new interface for unified NAND that is pretty goddamn expensive to build and operate, or requires, like, insane cooling, but completely negates the need for RAM at all, and storage. It just uses the same goddamn chips because it's all fast. It's all fast as fuck, and they stack them up. That's basically completely data center position, and not consumer accessible at all for a long time. All the fucking RAM and all the fucking shit that they just bought that's built on this current technology will then suddenly be way more reasonably priced for all the smart people who are comfortable buying used stuff. I wouldn't mind a Shelmet down here. Or something that let me hover a little bit. Yeah, or AI bubble goes pop. We could also see that. The big back off on OpenAI AI losing like 1 million subs last week. This week, losing 1 million subs could end up being pretty goddamn funny. But then war were declared. And we had a big squabble over who gets to do war AI, which was just, I mean, the fucking, let me pull it up because it was one of the most insane sentences I ever read. Where the fuck was it? Palantir's Maven Smart Systems, a software platform that supplies militaries with intelligence and analysis. Let me just pull the article up so I can highlight what I'm reading instead of reading it out loud and difficult to comprehend. This just absolutely fucking blew me away. Shut the fuck up, Yahoo. Shut the fuck up, Yahoo. Software platform that supplies military with intelligence analysis and weapons targeting, uses multiple prompts and workflows that were built using Anthropic's Claude code. So they're in this fucking like shit panic to pull Anthropic out of their shit because of all the other fighting that they were doing. And it's just unbelievable to me that we're already at a point where the fucking Skynet Panopticon evil company by the guy who's trying to cause the apocalypse so that he can, I don't know, kill God? I honestly don't know what his goals are. He's fucking crazy. Is already so tangled up with vibe-coded fucking weapons targeting systems that it was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are we gonna skip all the singularity stuff and all the stuff that we're worried about because we want to go directly to, oh, AI accidentally killed everybody. Without even any fucking... Without even doing the fucking, like, Akira stuff, the fucking... Come on. We just barely got started with the biotech fucking, neural networks made out of neurons. We're gonna have the dumbest fucking apocalypse. I did see the gnome getting fired thing. That makes me really happy. Really, really, really wish I could find her phone number and just call her and be like, yeah, that face is expensive now, huh? Yeah, Shelmet will be nice without giving you, a ton of defense. Like, without completely spoiling it or necessarily allowing the player to, damage boost their way through it. But it would make it a lot easier to kind of stall in the middle. Without worrying as much. There we go. Now we're just... That level is hard. This one?
Well, 34
not too bad.
following. Thank you.
Let's say this is... Oh, thank God. Thank God you didn't just make me do an up-pipe. Oh, that would have made me unhappy. That's the end? And okay. It looks spooky, but we load in a pipe and it's safe. We land safe. I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna just go. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah, good concept. Found a good way to iterate on it. That was pretty well thought out. Yeah, but real simple. Real simple. Go up, go through. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, the only thing that I felt was problematic is spending a lot of time off camera up at the top there. Thanks for the follow, Flame.
69
in the beginning segment always feels a little awkward. It feels a little unnecessary. You can always kind of shuffle things down so you don't have to do that in most cases. Guy Walker, hello. Thank you for dropping a level in the queue. Yeah, GG. Good stuff. Serious Billy, getting the streak. How you doing? Okay. Next up here. Purples. Water time. Is it? Did I miss a water? We did the cat treats. Sprinkle and the cat treats on camera. I mean, I'll do it. Oh, yeah, because Billy likes the water redeems. Maybe I'll wait. I'll wait. He has to pay for this. They have to pay for this. Presumptive. The presumptive he. I think I missed one or two things there while I got real focused. Yeah, I imagine we will see some breakthrough that is really specific to AI. Like, we have NPUs now, and we have NPU-based systems, but they're still basically using the same chicks that we're using for graphics cards. The same chips we're using for graphics cards now, and just a different RAM loadout. So it'll be really interesting to see if there is any big shift in data. And we've seen some theoretical stuff, and we've seen some experimental stuff that already looks like it could push that way. And at some point, somebody's going to crack something on quantum computing, and that's going to definitely shift things too. So it'll be real interesting to see where we go. Don't have that kind of budget right now. Well, I don't want to be all this guy, but I think you get a lot of points if you subscribe, and you get like free Bezos bucks, 1 per month. And as a large recipient of other free Bezos bucks, not a troll level, just pretty difficult. Cool. Unballed. Cool. Reballed. I got sweaty and I didn't do anything after, which always makes my hair look extra bald. Yeah, look at that. And you put all the lights on too. Helps. Which one? Oh, there's the pink one. I think the pink one gets a lot more screen time than all the other ones. Because it's on top, and then I leave it on top. And I need to go in there and clean it out, but I'm not gonna. Wait, is it backwards? No, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Every time I look at this, it's amazing. Yeah, you can use your mom's credit card. I don't care. Pretty difficult. 100% clear rate. Uh-oh. Wow, wow, wow. Wanted it lower, but it didn't work out because the cannons didn't shoot when you went too high. Oh, sure, you wanted to... Okay, I can see I can see that, but I also feel like the player would naturally control for that. Yeah. And then putting spikes above them could end up making it feel a lot more difficult. Statistically impossible to fail. Hey now. I'll walk away from 8 minutes to be annoying if I have to. Is that it? Is that it? You're just showing me this? That's pretty cute. That's not a great Uno Mas concept, but that is pretty cute. Can't see a good way to fail there. I guess you could wait. You could wait for 8 minutes and then fail. It would be pretty funny to just die in a really stupid place and then leave a comment there that just said soft lock and leave someone really confused. Yeah, good stuff. I don't know how somebody beat my time. I'm trying to think of, like, usually the criteria for a Uno Mas being, like, cool is you find some cool use for it. I can't think of one single use for, look, I made a 3D boo ring. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what would be really cool? Okay. Don't replay it? Why? I'm not allowed to replay it? What happens if I replay it? If you had a 3D thing like that, and then you shot Mario through it in like a little auto segment where the player kind of got fired through some super speed mechanic or just jump mechanic or auto mechanic. That'd be kind of cool if you shot him through the ring. Yeah, I think you could make that work and have it visually work. Yeah. I know you said don't replay it, and my immediate curiosity was why not? I finished it. Why does that still hurt the clear rate? Because that'll be really funny if it does. No, your clear rate's fine. Yeah, what's wrong with replaying it? Why were you worried about me replaying it? I think if you exit it, it doesn't affect the clear rate. But I'm not positive, but I've experimented enough on your level. BlueDias. Let's see what you got. Row 2H. Will say, after one I saw on Reddit, the one thing I don't think is cool in an Uno Mas level is you put it in the middle of like a shell level. You're like, this is my Uno Mas level. Replay it to purpose the timeout. I thought about it. How you doing, Box? You find some weird mechanic and you're like, you know what? I should do this in the middle of like a weird double shell level. Anyway, I pulled up that bot and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I should set this up. And then guess what? Then I didn't. You ruined the visits to like ratio. I think you're making that up. I think wherever you're getting this consideration from. Oh, did I start typing the wrong one? I think I did. CMF. Whoever's giving you this information is bad for you. World 7 of 8. Struggling with those last 2 worlds, and the level could use some work. Flame Thing's dropped another one in there. Traditional level, part of your super world. Guy 3. Kamek's Clockwise Tower. Yeah, especially when people are trying to do sports. Oh. No, that's it. When people are trying to do traditional difficulty but harder in a super world, you get towards the end and you have no goddamn idea what to do. Good luck on the stream. Thanks. I'm gonna need it. Oh, that wasn't on purpose. I really thought I was just gonna hit him. I really thought I would just land on him. And then I would say, I don't need luck. Maybe the ratio was special, like 6-7. Balls. Oh my god. 1-2 is SMB, 3-4 is SMB3, 5. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you don't like a certain style or don't want to mess with it, you could just skip it. You could just be like, you know what? New soup, suck it. I'm doing 3D World. Or I'm doing whatever style I think is the coolest for this level. I'm doing different styles, random styles. Oh my god. I find that the twirl mechanic is just the absolute worst. The absolute worst goddamn little mechanic in all of the styles. I hate it. I hated it in New Soup. I hate it here. I hate New Soup. I hate a lot of the things in New Soup. I was going somewhere and I lost it. I'm glad with 3D World we get wall slide without really a twirl, without the same kind of twirl mechanic at least. I hate you. I can absolutely see why I'm an idiot, but I hate you. It looks like you're deliberately protecting the chain jumps. Ben Styles. Ben Styles. Is he that audio guy? Is he that crazy audio guy? Ben Styles. Nope. Nope. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Ben Styles is. Camera is aimed poorly. There we go. That's a lot of PUD. That's a lot of PUD. Game style. You do 1 level of each theme per world. Yeah, I mean, sometimes a really rigid category or really rigid goals like that can make it a lot easier to make stuff, but sometimes it can just end up making you feel trapped, especially if you either don't like making stuff in New Soup or whatever makes you feel like New Soup isn't working as well. But I mean, so far it looks like New Soup. The red outline on these looks pretty weird, but you know, you're trying to do decorative stuff with New Soup. You're doing what you can. Silent Boy, you got your 3DS, came with a charger. Works wonderfully. All your shoulder buttons are good? I can kill this chain. Okay, spin jumping on him would have made it easier to get this coin. I chose the hard way. Oh, how did he type that in chat while playing the game? I used my feet. Oh, I don't know why I'm like this. I just want to see what was down there. Thank God for that checkpoint. You got a 1.5 second ad for Twitch Turbo. Oh, so you have Turbo, but it still hits you with like the blip? Interesting. Found a workaround to your workaround? Well, 1.5 seconds is okay. Do you mean 1.5 minutes? Is anybody else seeing an ad? Oh. You don't have Turbo anymore. You didn't get an ad? Yeah, some people will see a blip. I've seen blips. I've seen people talk about getting a black screen blip for a sec, but that's all I've seen. I will be really sad if I discovered it right as they're figuring out a way around it, or right as they start rolling political ads on Twitch. Kristi Noem wants to be your governor. I don't know, maybe they'll send her to, send her to Israel. See the ambassador over there? I kind of feel like Mike Huckabee just took out his dick and stepped on it. Some crazy shit last week. And also, it was really crazy to see him in the news again, because I'm pretty sure he was Baptist. And I looked it up and checked. Yeah, he's a Southern Baptist. So extra weird that he's the ambassador for Israel, but okay, you know. You know, some of the Southern Baptists, they get really into it because they got like an apocalypse porn thing. Kind of a straight Peter Thiel vibe. Oh. 2 GB memory card? You really don't need a ton of space on that thing, and if I recall, I think all the 3DSs use a full-size SD card, right? Which is really cheap. Honestly, just go to Walmart, though. Buying them on Walmart, buying them on Amazon these days feels really risky. There are so many fake ones. But it should be really easy to look up. I think they all use full-size SD cards, though. I don't know what's going on with the blue blocks here. I'm guessing we're going to go back through with it flipped, and it's going to change how we work through these segments. I'm pretty sure Silent Boy said 3DS last week, but not a new 3DS. Some of them use microSD. And it's not like microSD is worse in any real way. Just that it's a little more expensive usually. Or at least it was. I haven't had to buy an SD card in a long time. Really? I have a new 3DS XL, and I swear it has a full-size SD card in it. Oh. New 3DS XL SD card. Oh, no, it does use microSD. I guess I just haven't touched it in a long time. You send me something I should watch. It's only 10 seconds. I'm going to click it. I'm going to pull it up. I didn't even hear the ding. Oh, I didn't accidentally mute it. Crazy. I'm watching. Should I pull it up? Oh, I think they're gone, so it probably don't matter either way, huh? Yeah, let me pull it up. Let me see. Copy link. That should work to pull it up in Brave. Oh, Brave, I hate you. Oh, Brave, I hate you. Do. Oh, there we go. That works. That works. That's pretty easy. Wah. Oh. Pointless contrarianism. Doing the work. Glad somebody's putting in the work. Do. Here's uses full size. I would imagine that the actual full size SD cards are probably less likely to be counterfeit these days, just because they're less useful. But maybe camera people still use them a lot. And that kind of petty. Yeah, when you're worried about something so silly, especially when they were worried about the visit to like ratio, that's sad. Oh God, you booted. That may be pettier than me. It is very low effort. I wish they had found a good use for it. But it was also just like a little harmless, like, look at this cute thing, and I was just, I'm fine with that. But I looked at that weird jank I found fucking level that somebody posted on Reddit, and that was killing me. Yeah, hacked, especially for DS and 3DS. A hacked DS will be able to do some really cool stuff. Hacked 3DS. Do. I wish I hadn't known. Clicked it. Oh.
Is that Zimbabwe?
That's Zulu. That's South Africa.
What does it mean?
It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
You're joking. That is not what that means. That is not what that means.
That's exactly what it means.
It means, look, there's a lion.
Oh
my God.
That's great.
Look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
Man, that's what I was really hoping for. Happy that was there. Kind of wish the first guy did it. Oh, that's great. Oops. I waited. I looked at chat and I sat there. Yeah, I was trying to think of some better use for it, and I couldn't think of a good use that wouldn't piss me off. That was my immediate thought. It's actually, if you made me run through this, I'd probably be annoyed. But yeah, you definitely could have found some good use for it. Oops. Won't fuck up my 3DS. What? The part I'm worried about, it won't fuck up my 3DS, is that I hope when I copy and paste it over to the new SD card. It shouldn't. No, nothing you do with the SD card is going to fuck up your 3DS. But if something is corrupt on the original card, it will probably not work the same. It probably also won't work on the new one. Did prices jump on SD cards too? See here. It's on SanDisk. 512 gigabyte SD card. Let's see here. Fine. Samsung's. Amazon's weird little thing for price history isn't here. Okay, hang on. Do. Oh shit! Oh shit, man! That's funny. Hang on, let me pop this back. Okay, so I just pulled up a really basic card. This fucking graph. Yep, about $50. You know, things calmed down, and then NAND things happened. Hey, Dolphin, how you doing tonight? But you know, it's not as bad as some things, but it's not good. Fuck, man. Puget, how you doing tonight? I think I missed you. Oh, there you are. There was a lot there for a minute. There we go. Yeah, it does suck. I was just getting a hard drive for that computer I was talking about needing to sell, and was pretty pissed off that a 1 terabyte hard drive, and still was like $130. Prices have come up even on kind of the crappy commodity ones. Get an SD card from GameStop? Weird. That would not be my first thought, but I guess they would have them. I feel like they'd be pricey. Walmart should have them, and I feel like buying in-store at Walmart or at a big box place like Target or whatever, gotta hate Hammer Bros, would be a much safer choice than we got a different thing going on this side. Would be a much safer choice than online, just because the counterfeits for them are just out of control. Counting down the days. You've been the drive to go Oregon. That's all you can think about. Oh, I'd be sad about all my stuff in boxes. Okay, good. I wasted every second of that star. Closest Walmart is 4 to 5 miles away, and I don't got a car. Well, when I didn't have a car, 4 to 5 miles wasn't shit. I don't want to be Mr. Uphills both way to school or whatever, but 4 or 5 miles is 20, 30-minute walk? One of your CDs break your PC. Oh man, my PC gets buckled up like a person. Nobody else gets to carry my PC. Because if something goes wrong with it, I will immediately be like, no, you touched it, you broke it, fuck you. You need to pay for it. So I carry it. It gets buckled into the car like a person, wrapped in, it's just a unbelievably too much. Why would you wrap it in that much bubble wrap? Because I wanted to survive more than I want to survive in a car crash. And then gets very carefully brought in by me. Oh, I would have been the same way with my, fucking 40-inch CRT. One of the transformers broke and we can't fix it. I'm very sad. Thing sucks ass to move, though. And I don't care about any of my other CRTs now. Now all of them are just not as good as that one. That's how your 3DS came? Yeah. Yeah, people who aren't terrible will do... That's cute. Will do a really, really, really good job wrapping stuff. People who sell a lot of shit on eBay will just kind of toss it in the box with some paper. Have you used a Commodore 1702 CRT? I have not. I have never really interacted with a Commodore at all, except for at like little conventions where they have them. I'm leaving before one of those guys jumps up here. A big one that has a bad flyback transformer. Yeah, an electrical engineer that I know was helping me take a look at it, and we just absolutely could not figure it out well enough to replace the part. We replaced a bunch of bad caps and a bunch of maybe bad caps. Oops. We did a shitload of work trying to get that thing going, because it was, let me see here. I can look up the exact stupid spec. 40-inch Mitsubishi, it should be, oh, 40, yeah, 40-inch. CS40503. That was the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it was a really great TV. I played a lot of stuff on it and really, really, really liked it. But, man, there just aren't parts. There just aren't fucking parts for it. I have a 36-inch Toshiba in its place. That's my big CRT for my bar. My little shitty home bar. I am not going to go fuck around with that guy and lose my mushroom this time. But it does not compare to how nice that Mitsubishi was. And then I have a little Sharp CRT that I really like. That's just a good, reliable, really nice looking CRT. Always just kind of stayed well tuned. And yeah, I have a bunch of little 14-inch Sonys and shit. I have accumulated a lot of them from when we used to stream Smash stuff. From when I used to stream Smash tournaments. Actually getting this star. A little tough. Tough. Oh, I'm wasting it again. Yeah, I'm still a little confused what the... Maybe this is just all supposed to be decorative, these balls here. These clumps of blue block. Yeah, I'm officially at the point where... Oh yeah, I have a giant Samsung flat CRT that weighs a shitload that takes HDMI input. It's terrible for 240p, but it's really, really nice for 480p and 720p 4.3 stuff. I would still really like to get widescreen CRT, but that's cheap. Oh, it's a clock thing with platforms. Okay, it's not something I'm coming back on. It's just decorative. Commodore 1702 CRT. Oh. Man, those really early home PC CRTs are crazy. It looks a lot like let me pull up the browser here. Looks a lot like BVM. They are expensive, goddamn. What is this? Well, if eBay is your source, hi. Just let me click on the thing and go right to the listing, you fucker. Yeah, it looks like a BVM. Pretty cool. Neat. If you plug them into the wall first, you should hear a dial tone. Yeah, I could upscale and do. It's not the greatest monitor, and it's heavy as hell. So I will just use the 240p display that's already over there. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's not worthless. Man, Hammer Bros just chucking shit down this shaft feels bad. Oh, I don't even know where those other higher up ones were coming from. Just been that guy? That Sledge Bro being a dick? I'm leaving. Did your first video editing on one of those. You have a working 7002 and its OG box. Nice. Like new old stock, or just you still have the box? Because new old stock, I feel like, especially if it has very low power on hours or no power on hours, it's gotta be worth something. Fucking shit down the shaft. Cute. Little hole down here to where we were before. But why would I want to climb back up from here? There we go. Bad. It'll be bad there. Ports. Oh, oh. Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, well, and some even if we don't look at like vacuum collapse, that kind of thing. Oh, I could get the 50 now? Is that what's going on? Oh yeah, now I can break the block for the 50. That's cute. That's a cute consideration. If only the game actually tracked it. Even if tubes last and we don't have any vacuum failures or any types of other things, caps are all replaceable and all that, yeah, we're still gonna see parts that are just extremely difficult to replace start failing. Water cracking. Oh yeah, I like CRTs a lot. I like playing ROM hacks on old hardware on a big CRT is really fun for me. But man, RetroArch's filters, really good filters on a 4K OLED look unbelievable, especially when you start doing some black frame insertion. It looks absolutely fucking stellar. I'm guessing this is just going to be a little survival room. No. No, I'm probably supposed to get up there and kill him, huh? Looks like it's going to be a survival room. But with nothing like counting down or clicking down on me. Oops, can I have that, please? Fuck that. It makes me think I should try to get up there. But he really likes to make food. Did you see that? No, I did not. What are you doing for filters? Well, there's a hole, so I guess we'll get him out of there. Hey, give me that. Okay, we were killing him. Right. Yeah, at first it seemed like a survival room. Monitor won't do BFI. Well, BFI, there's really simple software for BFI on a PC that you can do. I know some monitors can do it. I am just using giant LG OLEDs as my primary displays because I'm a crazy person, but that's how I prefer to multitask, is just big display, treat it like 41080p panels. But it's really nice for gaming, there are little tools, little Windows tools that'll do black frame insertion for you. And VR shouldn't really be necessary. It doesn't hurt, but it shouldn't be necessary. Yeah, cool little boss fight. Cool little boss fight. A lot of booze. Yeah, well, I guess no matter what, if you, even if, I was gonna say, I wish I knew it wasn't, survival room, but you can't really prove that to the player. But even if the player just dicks around and acts like it's a survival room, eventually they're gonna be like, wait, nothing's happening, and then there's gonna be a hole, so they'll just go up the hole and see what's going on, and probably try to kill the guy. It'll kind of solve itself no matter what, which is pretty cute. Oh yeah, 75 hertz problems. Give you some problems with black frame insertion too, even if you had it. But 120 hertz display is they're real cheap now. God, damn it. Asshole. There we go. Oh. Yeah, honestly, no, nothing else really stuck out. And then that segment from checkpoint 1 up to checkpoint 2 was a little awkward, but some of that was me kind of dicking around a little bit there. A little awkward, like grabbing that star. You could see what was happening there. But none of it was terrible. It's not like it was an absolute desert of power-ups. There was more than enough power-ups to at least deal with the strays you're probably going to catch sometimes from the Hammer Bros. And it wasn't a crazy amount of Hammer Bros. Still hate Hammer Bros. Yeah. The Clockwise Tower. Yeah, that's what you're doing. The theming with Kameks, we only saw him a little tiny bit before the last fight there. You could, well, you stick them on rails, they're just gonna feel annoying, but esports. They might have felt more appropriate actually than Chain Chomps floating around in there while we were platforming our way up. Yeah. Yeah, good overall. Good experience overall. Doesn't feel like you're hitting that point where you're making it too difficult either for your late traditional difficulty world, super world. Yeah, feels good. You can never tell unless you're playing them next to each other either, but feels good, feels normal. Feels like an acceptable level of difficulty for late game Super Mario stuff. Oh yeah, let me pull up that clip here, but let me type this in, let me pull that clip up and we'll take a look here. 9R3TN7LMG. Blue. Yeah, it's you. We're on you. You're. Oh no, we're on Skywalker. You are next up there. Blue. Oh nope, it's just not refreshing. We just finished your level, didn't we? Yeah, we just finished you. My little Q thing is not refreshing. Oh, Dolphin, thank you for dropping something in there. I missed that entirely. What's Dolphin work? Do maybe a normal Kamek earlier. Yeah, you could do some more stuff with Kameks. You can also put them on, you can put Kameks on, rails, on, can't I think of the word, on the dotted lines, and have them go off so they just, like, fire once and then go away. So you don't have them following you around or floating all over the place. Okay. I wish that would refresh, but it will not. Love that clip. Wow, wow, wow. Browser.
You touch a pipe, you go there.
Oh, that looks pretty nice. Let me uncrush it here. Oh. I remember this. Awful, awful, awful hack. Where's, looks pretty nice. Here, let me, what happens if I do full screen when it's only capturing the corner here? Yeah, it looks real. Oh, that looks real nice, except for, the smoothing. The smoothing is really sticking out on the, especially when I opened up. Smoothing's really sticking out. Hey, thanks a lot for the sub.
Quartz Crystal Gaming subscribe.
Thanks a lot for the sub there, Quartz. Smoothing is really sticking out on Mario's mustache and the penguins. Yeah, it gets really crushed in when it's not actually 1080p. That's one of those things too that always has made me worry about it when I was streaming with filters. But then I took a look at it on my phone, and even at 720p, it usually looks fine generally, so it should be fine. It's usually fine. But it's always worth taking a look at yourself and seeing what it looks like on a mobile display because of how weird banding can be, especially if there's any scan lines or anything like that. That can end up doing some really weird stuff. Yeah, thanks a lot for the sub. Really appreciate that. I would make a joke about how all that goes to buying things I want, but I'm poor. And it goes to cat treats for the stream. Let's see here. Okay. Skywalker, let's see what you got here. Okay, it's impossible to escape from this high security prison. 0% clear rate. Uh-oh. You play spike text precision levels. I mean, I'll play and give you feedback on anything you drop in there, but I think that making a precision level out of text is generally exceptionally lazy. And that type of ultra precision usually pisses me off. When scaled down, it looks like old CRTs looked on CRTs. Yeah, if it's small enough, you won't notice the upscale. That looks like one of the, it looks like, I can't remember the name of them, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. It's like normal Team Jumpy stuff. Kaizoe jump stuff. Description had me a little concerned. Struggle making traditional levels. Precision is not his thing. Yeah, I like precision platformers. I like Celeste a lot. But really high difficulty precision in Mario Maker, oops. Especially with Mario Maker's death countdown being like, it takes like 9 seconds to load back in on a Switch 1, and like 4 or 5 seconds to load back in on a Switch 2. That is a long goddamn time to suffer when you're gonna die a lot. Like how spike text gives you constraints. Well, you can still constrain yourself to, like, you can find better constraints than words. It's not like having text is inherently bad, it just has a tendency to really feel super samey. Like, we've all seen a lot of it. Yeah, Mario Maker 2. And, like, I feel like we've all pretty much adjusted to spike hitboxes, but they're nasty. And then a lot of the less nasty hitboxes, the more forgiving hitboxes, it's nice that they're more forgiving, but not really ever knowing where a Piranha Plant's boundaries are is annoying. A lot of it ends up fighting, like... Oop, nope, no, there we know. A lot of it ends up fighting what the constraints of the engine that you can't really fix. And some of that you can work around, like, if the very first jump in the level is very, very high difficulty, so most people are going to die a bajillion times in 1 second and then have to wait it out for a long time. Esports, that always feels terrible. That just feels like you're not working within the confines of the engine. You at least want to make sure that something like this, where the player kind of hits the ground running, they can, well, can't jump right into it. But it's not high difficulty. You don't have to wait a cycle. You don't have to dick around a little bit, and it's not something that's going to kill you almost every single time and piss you off every time you die, and then you dread it coming back in. And really high difficulty Team Shell levels and really high difficulty precision levels all tend to fall kind of into that, often tend to fall into that, that trap. And then argue that, well, I want all of it to be hard. I don't know if that should be maybe 1 block closer or 1 block lower. But I wish I could hit that spring a little more consistently without feeling like I needed to lean so much into it. Yeah, I don't mind shell stuff if it's not really crazy, but I think it's kind of important that you know... Oh, maybe that's what I was supposed to be doing. It's kind of important that you know what you're getting. And it's fucking awful. There we go. It's so fucking awful when you get a level that's like single shell jumps, really consistent, mid or full jumps the whole way, and then they throw like a fucking P drop at the end or something. Or like a double shell jump right at the end. Like, if you want to build your fucking level around this insane skill check, it should be One, I should know. Two, it shouldn't be that long. Oh, you want me to, sorry, what? Is that down arrow? What the fuck are you communicating to me here? I landed over here. And then we have this up arrow. I must be sending that shell down there? That's probably what you want. You want me to send the shell down. Okay, there we go. Okay, I see it now. Because of the way the very bottom of the screen works on airship levels, it can be really tough to see what's down there, and things will scroll halfway off, which, I mean, we see it. We see part of the arrow. We figured it out. But it felt a little tough to sort out exactly what you wanted from me there. Maybe an indicator for where the player should land on that shell as well could help, or just moving the arrow up one. Or a little box with a shell in it next to an arrow pointing straight into the hole. Now, I don't like double shell jumps much in Mario Maker. It's a lot more doable in Super Mario World. But at least, as long as you kind of know what you're getting into and it's not some wild skill check at the end, Okay. Okay, interesting. Lava from above, lava from below. Oops. Like, I don't mind. I think the thing that Mario does the best with... Oh, I'm dead. The thing that Mario does best with really, really high difficulty stuff like that, and obviously it's always going to be limited by a player's capacity to execute high difficulty stuff, but it does really good at high difficulty stuff that flows really, really well. That leads into itself, that makes sense, that you can easily intuit what's expected. Because that also makes death not feel as bad. Okay. Okay, cute. Oh, this is cute. Okay, I like this. And we're going back down, and now that pipe's going to be open. Really, really precise, and really, really, okay. Very rude. Really, really precise stuff that, is going to require a ton of trial and error, or very, very high skill checks suddenly, just do not feel like suitable, really, for Mario Maker. There will be people who do it. There will be people who want to grind it out. There's Team 0% who will want to clear everything, but I still think that you're kind of, at some point, you start fighting against the engine itself, and then insisting that you do things with it that it just not only wasn't designed for, but actively works poorly for. Really feel like I should be able to make that jump there and then not getting it. But yeah, just stumbling into a level and I was like, okay, now do a double shell jump. Okay, now we have a bunch of random shell jumps. There we go. I knew I could get it. Wait a sec. I guess that's why. Oh no. Oh, weird. Huh. It seems like if you're off cycle there, that Bobblade you're trying to send after me here won't work. Won't come after me. Doesn't really hurt anything because you got to move at the pace of the lava anyway. What the fuck? Thank God, there's a fucking checkpoint there. This is goofy. Yeah, good flow. Good flow is something that's really, really hard to get a good handle on. I don't think it's absolutely necessary in every type of even high difficulty experience. But the more difficult it is, the less it flows, the less I want to play it. Same thing with the beginning. If the beginning sucks ass, if the first thing that you're doing coming out of a checkpoint or coming into the level is really hard for you to get a handle on and results in you dying a lot, now, like, this isn't terrible. And I assume this will get easier? Oh my god. Fuck you. But dying in 1 or 2 seconds over and over, and then having to wait 5 seconds before you can try again does great on my nerves. This is fucking goofy. It's a red pipe, but it takes them forever to die down there. I guess that's probably part of the setup that makes it come back. But I feel like you would probably kill it. Looks like that's kind of what you're doing. You'd probably kill a little faster with the block on a track. I wish that, well, if the pipe was positioned lower, it might be a little more awkward. I wish I could jump almost immediately. Pretty close, though. Sports. You recently joined 0%. I appreciate what they're going for. I appreciate the concept behind what the team is doing, but I also hate the people who want to make, like, whose goal is to make a level that's going to be played by Team 0%, or I want it to be one of the last levels. But especially after the drama last time, I feel like that is unavoidable. Oh, you want me to jump twice on that one, too? Oh my god. And at the very least, at least maybe we can hope for this time that the, that the last level for Team 0% won't be made by some goddamn Nazi red-pilling dipshit. I did a deep dig into that guy, and was such a piece of shit. Where going from there? I don't feel like I can get a big jump off of that second hit. Yeah, elaborate task made by a guy with this really, really awful, like, fucking, like, hate-filled fucking, red pill playlist he had that he hid after, Jenk Pickle called him out. You want me to hit it twice there. And then it looks like it's supposed to come back again for me to bounce on a third time. That's this indicator. And then we're doing it again up there. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh, God. Oof. Well, we'll give it a couple of shots. This seems like an escalation. It doesn't necessarily seem like it doesn't work, but it seems like quite an escalation on the difficulty. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting it to execute here. There we go. Okay, I was sending it the wrong way. Yeah, I wish we'd settled on something other than Chuds that wasn't so close to Chads. Because that, I feel like everybody could have saw coming. Was definitely something that people are going to adopt and be like, yeah, I'm into that. Call me Chud, baby. Stayed for the politics. Yeah, you can't get over it. Sometimes people bitch about it. There used to occasionally be conservatives popping in when Mario Maker was still popular enough that there were conservative Mario Maker players still cooking. I assume they've all moved on to Pragmata. I should probably word filter for cute and funny. But I also learned that recently that apparently there's no ads in the political pile. If you're flagged as political, you just don't get any ads. Even if you run them. So as long as I run the stupid ad manager ads, like the automatic ads, no ads actually play, and then no more pre-roll. Because there was still pre-roll. Everybody gets pre-roll. I'm assuming either one, there's no reason to run political ads right now, and that might have been the only thing that was in the pool. Or two, Bezos wants to maintain some independence and not run political ads on the platform. I don't know, but after sorting out how it worked, it seems pretty easily exploitable. And we constantly talk about politics and disgusting shit and not appropriate for children shit, so just crossing my fingers it stays like this forever. Asmon isn't banned for his math, yeah. Yeah. I constantly can't believe that he is still who he is. Because I remember thinking he was a dickhead when he was a Path of Exile streamer, when Path of Exile first came out, and I saw him once in a while, and his dumb takes on shit. So then seeing him pop back up a couple of years ago as, like, the king of the fucking dipshits, the worst dipshits, all the fucking, like, mid-30s and early 40s gamers who, like, boot up a game and then go on Reddit to yell about it, but they never really play anything anymore, and they really wish they could still say the N-word in Call of Duty. Never got Hot Dog back. There are 3 cameras pointed at Pud. Ugh. Pug, how is Team 0%? I have never, like, looked at the Discord or, like, jumped into anything that they're doing. But I imagine that, like, the day-to-day grind of it is pretty sad. And a lot of people commiserating on, like, yep. It's pretty much playing a lot of the shittiest levels imaginable, and then occasionally trying to solve, like, incomprehensible puzzles. Sometimes it's probably, like, misguided puzzles, like people trying to make something that's just inscrutable, but that wasn't their goal. But then I imagine there's a lot of people who are just making inscrutable nonsense. Do I only get one? Oh, the first one is repeatable, but I only get one for this one? Oh, you little fucker. You need the switch flip to go. I can cheat this. I don't think so. More than 100 viewers, except Carl once in a while. Twitch scares me, yeah. Yeah, culturally, I never really clicked in with the culture a ton, which I think is pretty clear pretty quickly. Even on the esports side with the traveling Smash stuff, we were always just really way too casual for that. But it all just seemed, oh, a lot of the chat culture stuff is just baffling to me. Especially when it gets to the point of, like there's no real interaction anymore from chat. Chat is just kind of its own thing. Chat is just an amorphous blob of occasionally a person will look at chat and respond to something, and awkward. And I get that no matter if you grow to that point, there isn't really an alternative. There's no way to respond to everybody effectively. But man, some of the stuff targeting small streamers is really weird too. Like, especially like the zero viewer targeting people who are like trying to trauma dump and then, like, you know, just get somebody glommed onto them. Get weird attention in like the weirdest way possible. It's super skeevy. People dropping their horrible shitballs level on zero viewer level streamers, and then later insisting like, no, everybody loved it that I showed it to. Like, yeah, you found 2 people with no viewers who are afraid to scare you off. Oh, I keep missing that because I have to lean into it so hard. That makes me feel so bad because you know that has to be such an awful feeling for them too to experience something terrible. Esports. Sports. And not want to. Not want to be honest. Okay. What the fuck? What's coming to that indicator? Levels with high traffic pander too much. The levels with high traffic tend to select levels that have low plays. I don't know, man. I like blue platform. People doing like straight down the middle blue platforming because they want to get medals. Power to you. Power to you, especially if you're not in that weird Discord of like sharing. You're just trying to make good, solid levels that follow that paradigm. That's great, man. They're way better than a lot of the other things people are doing. Like, I'm totally fine with that. Especially if they flow well. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm trying to see what the hell we fucked up here. Because I really felt like I was on it. I got the 2. Did I miss the second one there? And I'm just dumb? Yes, I did. I missed the second one and I got itchy. Grammar is miserable because you're on mobile. Oh, no worries. My grammar is miserable because of my math. Awkward and bearable. And bear. I have a hard time understanding why someone would want to be part of an unidentifiable mass of just chat. Yeah. Yeah, that's also why I tend to be real quiet in other people's chats too, because I have no capacity for that. But I also don't want to be the guy who's like, okay, 4 paragraphs of words, but that's just kind of how I am. I do not summarize my thoughts well. No, you're fine. Oops. Oops. A couple of more shots here. Yeah, I see what we're doing here. It definitely feels like a bit of a difficulty spike. It's been so long since I saw the rest of the level. It feels like a bit of a difficulty spike. It doesn't feel totally out of place. Yeah, it doesn't ruin it. We figured out what we were doing. Hey, this looks like it's supposed to be a llama. Or like a little turtle. Maybe? Turtle makes sense. I kind of wish it delivered the second hit really consistently, too. Yeah, I'm glad we can at least learn this first one, that we don't have to one-cycle the first one. I wish we got the turtle faster. I'm kind of sad the second one didn't give me another turtle, though. There's meant to be turtles. A blue one and a red one. Oh, fuck me. We don't ever see them as chat. Each person is, yeah, person. Well, I think some of that is just the normal thing that happens when you know that you're unlikely to be responded to, that you know that you're more talking with chat itself than you are talking with the presenter or the streamer or whatever. And then some of that is kind of just the Facebookification of everything, is that people are interacting because they're like looking for a dunk or looking to participate, not necessarily in bad faith, but in like a ironic or shitty way. Oof. Setup is yeah, it might be more, it might be a little easier if I was also low gravity. Oh. But I have a lot of hot takes on a lot of it. I also hate the idea of oops. Oh nope, I'm fine. I actually can bounce there a little bit. No, I was talking more about like people's behavior in large groups like that, like the nasty way people get in like a Facebook group or a Facebook thread that's popping off. I don't really use a lot of Facebook, but I still look at it once in a while for Amazon, for Vine stuff. But and anytime I still know people, especially older people, whose entire lives are arguing on Facebook. That's what they do. Some of them, especially like teachers I'm friends with that I am on pretty good terms with, that I still liked talking to at least. A ton of them are just like their activism, their social engagement now is arguing on Facebook and then taking pictures of it. And it just makes me really, 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 really sad. Yeah, big group yeah. Some level of that is completely unavoidable. Why did that kill me? The saw blade can cut you through like, I wasn't gonna make it back anyway, but it seems crazy that the saw blade goes through the conveyor belt there. Yeah, did I clip through the conveyor, or does the saw blade always go bigger than the conveyor? You know what I mean. Did I? I don't think there's a saw moving up there, is there? Oh, it's too late now. Sports. Oh. Fuck off! God damn it! This close! You know, that right side spike for the foot, I feel like that... I wish we had player rejection that wasn't death. Or editable background, so you could just have a foot there that I couldn't interact with, so that spot, that little space there, was a little more forgiving. I guess you could make the turtles a little fatter. Yeah, you could make the turtle a little fatter. Actually, that kind of works. Where's my scribbler? I think that works. If the turtle puts on a little weight here and just comes out a little further, then you could have a 3-tile gap here instead of a 2-tile gap, which I think would make the lean on that jump a little bit more forgiving. I think that would really improve the experience here without altering the difficulty, or like without altering the difficulty too much or changing it too much. Unless the foot gets in the way of the next thing. I don't think it does, though. I don't think it would. But it would be nice if somehow that gap could just be more forgiving, so it was easier for me to lean back and push on it, because we have caught that spike and the spike on that one a whole bunch of times. It's wiggling. I hate that it's wiggling when I'm trying to draw on it. Ow. Just went off the conveyor belt and grinder. Right in the grinder. Oh, man. Yeah, I want it. Couple more. Couple more. I really want it. I don't want to be on this level forever. I like it. I'm invested. The overall experience was pretty good. This setup is cute. Are you still going to bounce up there? You could just bounce up there and be nice to me. The setup is cute. I get what you're going for here, but I wish it was a little more forgiving. But I think you could definitely find something for that without ruining it. Oh. Oh. Oops. But yeah, the energy people put into like doing a persona for stream, especially the energy that some people put into doing like a persona for stream. Like, I know I need to be more entertaining, so I'm gonna like act. I'm gonna act for several hours for nobody. It makes me sad, and it just feels so goddamn unnecessary. Esports, that was really gross. Tasted really gross. fried noodles for lunch. And there was some pepper in my throat somewhere that came up with that burp. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk about regurgitating. Oh. Oh, man. See, I don't want to lean in too hard on that. I keep pulling back there a little bit. You can probably see it on the input reader. I keep pulling back there. Because I don't want to overshoot. Yeah. Yeah, in general, I wish that the little side bits here were a little bit more forgiving. Aw, because I don't want to overshoot, but if I stall for too long, if I hit it a little late, a lot of failure states. It's cute though. It's a lot cuter now that I recognize that it's turtles. Yeah, actually, what might make it a little easier is not even necessarily having like a stop in between, but having a much gentler platforming experience, like maybe a callback to like one of the first things that we did there. But some gentle platforming experience between the two. Between the two turtles, so that when we're about to land on the green one, we have a lot cleaner, like full hold right experience where we can really line it up and get it right. So we aren't trying to manage our momentum coming off the first one as much. Like literally like 2 or 3 jumps in between there, just so it's a little further out on the camera. So that the camera scroll is what's loading it in, rather than is it a switch flip? Yeah, it is a switch flip. I think we flip a switch after we guy hits another switch here. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So I think it is the camera loading. Oh no, it is the switch flip here that loads it. Okay. Yeah, when this switch flips, he starts falling off. Yeah, a lot of the Twitch culture never super clicked for me. Oh, there's a lot of people, there's people who lean way into being controversial and trying to piss people off, trying to be clippable, trying to be obnoxious, that I do not get, the Asmogolds and the React streamer type of people. That I've always thought was insufferable. And then on the flip side, there are people who want to maintain such a like saccharine fake positive space that just seem, and I understand that more. I understand a lot more of wanting to have like a, you know, it's your hole, your place, you do what you want with it. But just a lot of it ends up feeling so saccharine. So fake. On both sides it feels real fake. It just seems like so much effort. Maybe that's just me. But it seems like a shitload of effort to pretend to be a dickhead. Or to pretend to be the most positive person. Fuck! Yeah, I guess that there's probably some third type of... No, I missed the second one. That's as far as we're going. I think overall it's good. I definitely think that you could work out, what is there's 0 clears on this? It's 0 clears? That's 0 clears on the thing upload there too. Let me take a look here. Overall, I like the experience, but I think that you could definitely tool out this last bit here. Yeah, it is 0 clears. Pretty new, but 0 clears. I think you could tweak the last bit there a little bit, into something esports that is a little bit easier to do. That maybe calls back in between the two turtles to the first thing that we did here. Oh yeah, you could have the player do a small vertical climb and then jump on a couple of turtles and then have that like hold right type of thing, like basically duplicate almost the first thing there, and then have that hold right be what spawns the turtle in on camera into the right place for the second turtle, so that that setup has a little bit flowing into it, so that you get the first turtle, feel good, you do some of the gentle platforming going a little lower on the roller coaster before it shoots back up for the last thing. Yeah, I think you could get something a little friendlier out of that, and something that feels that you stick to more, so that you like you see the flagpole over there when you fuck it up, but you know like, oh no, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit that hard and I'm gonna get it. Yeah, if you end up reworking it, feel free to bring it back. I think you could get something really, really nice out of that last bit there. And I forgot everything that came before, so just roll back the VOD to remember. Yeah, centrists who don't want to engage on anything, or centrists who think capitalism is perfect, but they also want to help poor people, but also they don't want to help poor people too much, are just the worst. Like the absolute, the off the cuff, the infinite off the cuff guy who will refuse. Like they'll hear you push back on their stupid off the cuff perspective, some NIMBY shit. Like, no, of course homeless people should have homes, but like if they're close to me, I'm gonna get stabbed. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to have to do more than that, and they'll just immediately disengage. Oh yeah, it looks like he is not there. Was there? But he's gone. Flame, are you there? We'll pull it up. We'll take a quick peek and then we'll move on. You see 213G. We spent a little bit on that level, but not too long. And it works in some anarchistic vacuum? Anachronistic vacuum? In a world where anarchy... Oh, it's the... Yeah, they didn't even give me a player level to look at. Flame 69. But I also find anarchists, like really dedicated anarchists, as dumb as centrists, but more fun to argue with. Because, I mean, vacuums get filled. Reality is consumers leveraging government to control markets as a countermeasure. Yeah, they're few. Exactly. Centrists are closeted libertarians. Well, so I considered myself a centrist when I was younger, but only because my perspectives were ill-considered, and even as, like, literally a homeless guy, I still didn't totally connect with, capitalism's total failures. But I also think, like, I'm not saying I'm not a centrist, I'm extremely leftist, but I do think that capitalism with extreme government overreach, like that those two powers fighting forever, is about the best we can really hope for. Like, we kind of need capitalism to work a little because people are too evil for anything else to work, but not as the only thing. We can socialize like everything. We could basically just set a floor, set a ceiling, and then let everybody fight within this safe box where nobody dies horribly and nobody gets so rich that they can fuck babies and then still be the president. I know that's crazy. I know that's crazy.
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over 50,000.
In my head constantly. I can't stop thinking about it every time I think about politics. Every time I talk about politics. Dolphin, let's see what you got here. I have no familiarity with Nordic governments. Mixed economy planning. I think almost all justifications for capitalism are exceptionally stupid. We would have innovation without it. We would have creativity without it. We would have everything we need without it. But I also think that no matter what, we would get it again. No matter what, everybody turns back into China eventually. One way or the other. What do you mean? Your mom also accepted. If you can put your mom into the queue, I will play her when I get there, I guess? I don't know. That's the default when I open it back up, and I didn't think of anything funny to put in there, so I left it. 2 checkpoint platforming. Oh, Dolphin doing Kaizo stuff, featuring things that put. Oh, Dolphin doing crazy stuff, featuring things that push you through bumpers. Cool. Yeah, I think that's kind of the best thing that we could hope for. After the pandemic, going through the pandemic with a high-risk partner and trying to be reasonable where possible and dealing with the way that people were behaving and all the crazy stuff. That is not... Nope, didn't work. Have to keep trying. I don't know what I expected. Probably supposed to hold jump. Oh, this is to let me look at what's coming. That's cute. You are mama. Sports. I have a thing on my list to have like a caption scroll back, so if I get distracted, I can look at what the stupid live caption thing says I said like 40 seconds ago, and I have not set it up. Oop, gotta hold jump. Yeah, strong social safety net would do so much. It would do so goddamn much. RG, thanks for dropping a level in the queue. That is certainly a username. It looks like a password. That looks like a randomly generated password I would give to somebody I was mad at. Ugh. You can call me Reg. I don't know what I expected. I don't know what I expected to happen there, but I did it. But just a good social safety net, just a basic social safety net of wrong with me tonight. Of making sure people had their needs, their basic needs net. You fucking heard it. Of is oral dyslexia a thing? There we go. That's what I was supposed to do, and I fucked it up. I gotta go a little faster. People having their basic needs met of house, food, privacy, real basic safety needs met. Would give people in labor so much power because you wouldn't have to work the worst job on the entire planet. Just to survive. Look that up. That's Lexia. That's okay. No, that would be you're in a threesome, right? You're in a MMF threesome, and you accidentally stick it in the other one. I'm getting back on there. Okay. Yeah. Well, the reality is there's a lot of people who just won't say what the real problem is, but a lot of the real problem is that if people in labor had that much power, we would have problems like people being able to buy houses again, and that is not profitable. I feel like I'm off the rails here a little bit. I missed the bus. I don't think I was supposed to climb back up from there. I think I was supposed to get around it. I see. Well, it's not that people think bootlicking is viable long term. It's that people think that if I have to suffer this, they should suffer it. If I had to do this, they should have to do this. If it's this bad for me, it'll be easier for me when I get up there, and then I'll be able to stop them from getting here. Yeah, it's the crab bucket. Everybody making a ladder and then smashing ladders, and then lighting them on fire after. And being like, well, I don't care if they're on fire down there. I need to climb. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to come back up here. This guy is making it a little harder. Yeah, and we want to race it out. Okay, yeah, I made it way harder. I think everybody's susceptible to that beyond boomers. It's the exact same of like the get that bag mentality, the stupid grind mentality. It's been infinitely repackaged as like, well, everybody needs to make ends meet one way or the other, so it's okay. Dude. You have a lot of time to do that right. Doot. That is a book cover. Okay, this is a long plot summary. I'm not gonna read all of it right now. People do like that crab bucket. I've talked about it before, but as just a quick refresher, I'm in the Amazon Vine program. I get free shit from Amazon in exchange for reviews. And that, the types of people who get invited to that program there are some people like me, but it's mostly the types of people you'd think. The types of people who have had highly rated reviews, who have a lot of time to write reviews that would get good feedback. So it's a lot of fucking Karens. And man, the fucking crab bucket in those communities, the fucking level of crab bucket of like middle upper class kept housewives and their belief system is unbelievable. But it is the absolute most toxic community I have ever seen, or participated in. But yeah, the level of, not just fuck you, I got mine, but the level of like malicious, like trying to trick other people into quitting because they think it'll make it easier for them to get stuff is just bonkers. That has been a really strong reminder of just, okay, I was supposed to flip a switch of, man, no matter what you're surrounded with, there are enclaves of even worse people everywhere. Yeah, little upper middle class enclaves of not even really bougie, just boozy. Wine mommy. Oops. This is pretty cool though. This is a pretty fun little concept for getting squeezed through stuff into a jump, into like an auto jump. Giving you little race conditions for it. Excuse me. Just the boat. Oops. Keep stuttering there because I don't want to jump into that piranha plant. Little Bergeracs are the worst. I'll be gone. Well, and I used to, I was pretty engaged with a group of relatively conservative people, mostly conservative or conservative-ish, or was conservative until it got ruined. Of people I've worked with in the past and people in like my local tech community. People I know. But they are over it. Almost everybody I know who isn't insane has kind of bailed on the Trump stuff and either refuses to talk about it or has checked out because they don't want to talk about it because it's horrifying. I'm guessing I was supposed to flip it fast so I could get on up there and I just missed. And I've been unemployed for a while, so I have no real engagement with real-life conservatives, and it's honestly a little sad, because I can't even imagine, like, we have to be so close to the point now, where normal, non-super Trumpy conservatives who voted for him, but they didn't love him or anything, they weren't into him. They just really didn't like Harris. They've got to be at the point where they're flipping around, where they're either checking out or they're checked out and they're actively like, okay, we're at war in Iraq or in Iran again, whatever, the Middle East. What's the difference? What the fuck's happening? But I'd probably just be really disappointed in people being like, well, gotta vote for your team, man. You don't support the troops? Oops. Yeah, I have no engagement with it. And, like, you can't look online either. Like, even the conservatives I know who are active on Facebook, they get off on just being stupid. That's the whole thing for people who are still way into Facebook, is everybody is outrage bait pilled. Oops. I got a big jump. So I don't love being in a little leftist echo chamber, but I also have no real opportunity not to be. No idea. No idea what to do there. No idea why I did that there. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I got that big jump the one time. I don't need to hesitate there at all. I don't know why I am. I see the coin trail clearly for what you want me to do, and I keep stalling there and just kind of looking ahead. Maddening dealing with their think tank. Are there think tanks that are trying to feed the talking points out? Because that's what I was seeing for a while. Was that you'd see the Fox News points just roll out of the mouths of those people. But those guys that I knew, they don't care anymore. They don't want to talk about it or think about it anymore because it's gotten really stupid. Oops. Yeah. Well, that was something I thought was so funny with around the last election cycle was for the longest time you would see arguments on poll on shitty the shittiest Twitter idiots and groypers and just the nastiest people in the darkest corners of the internet. And then you would see them on, you'd start seeing people clipping it out of fucking, like, Nick Fuentes and those types of dipshits, Alex Jones, repeating those same talking points. And then you'd see little clips of it on Fox News, and then you'd start to hear it from normies. And that pipeline, oops, I'm an idiot. Yeah, idiot. That pipeline got so short that, like, especially with, like, the Renee Good and Preddy stuff, I would see shit on image boards, and then the same goddamn day I would hear from these people who weren't really online. They would start spouting the same insane conspiracies. Sometimes because it was coming out of the fucking president or the vice president's Twitter, but sometimes I don't even know where they were hearing it, what their pipeline was, because we were just all there. It was all real-time madness coming out. Okay, there we go. And there's me missing the boat. The almost real-time conspiracy to presidential mouth hole was just, like, 0 seconds. Issue is no one listens to each other on the internet. The only place... Yeah. Well, and that's what was nice about engaging with that group of conservatives I knew who mostly weren't Trumpy, but it got worse. A lot of people stayed on Facebook and they just kind of took the outrage porn pill. Why do I do that? Oh, okay. I'm doing that 3 times, so I need to do it 1 time. But yeah, I hear what you're getting at. With people that you knew locally, you could still kind of have some of that, at least outside of the Facebook experience, but that's gotten, at least for me, a lot worse. Mostly gone. Dude. But it's a small sample size, like a half-dozen active people. Epstein, yeah. So the Chris Pool stuff is mind-blowing because it kind of runs counter to the whole containment board thing. Oh my god, I'm too fast. Too fast. The whole concept of containment board, and I don't know how much that ends up being totally made up, but after that weird porn thread link popped up and some of the other stuff popped up, it started making me wonder, like, is this guy just a fucking, like, prototype gooner from who was way ahead of the times? Who actually got connected and did all this horrible shit in the dumbest possible way? Like, it makes me wonder if That's crazy. Did I jump out of that, or is that just what happens when it goes away? That was pretty funny. That was a pretty cute ending. Oh, this is not gonna hurt me, right? Okay, I was gonna be sad if that was dangerous. GG, that was great. Yeah, that was a really, really fun way to use that little pushing you through stuff mechanism. That's fun. It was very fun. Yeah, it made me wonder if the whole containment board thing, because that's a whole thing to dig into. It's a quagmire to dig into too, but the whole thing with the rape ape takeover and the weird, like the person who I think makes Nendroids, or one of the little figures, the popular figures that owns the that image board now entirely, and put this one guy in charge of it, who for sure we have a lot of documentation that he really wanted to create this, like, red pill alt-right pipeline before Groypers existed, that he kind of built this proto-Groyper engine was the whole goal. That whole thing makes me wonder if, dude, was that goddamn pedophile in the middle of all of this? Was this place that is kind of obsessed with pedophilia and Lolicon always just a shitty shithole where we were accidentally bumping into fucking Epstein all the time? Ugh. American media is designed to keep two people as miserable as possible. Yeah. Oh, man. World is scary. In Ottawa? Yeah, the trucker protest thing was weird. It was really weird to see MAGA stuff catching on elsewhere. At least Canada's mad at us again. To keep them from accidentally empathizing with us. Oh, what a fucking mess. A lot of mainstream people think it was a protest. Well, it was a stupid protest. Wasn't that the whole thing? What was it? What were they being dickheads about? Oh, yeah, it was just COVID stuff, wasn't it? Wasn't it just stupid COVID stuff? HYG. Maker 2 is fun, unless you end up in a 1x1 box. B3. 1x1. Okay. This is the troll level. Good to know. Oh yeah, that's what I started to ramble off about. That I totally lost the context for, but the COVID stuff really flipped me around on, like, people need some of the systems that suck. Like, horrible people need religion, or they will be even more horrible. Like, I firmly think that we actively need it. Even if, no matter what your perspective is on the likelihood or unlikelihood of an afterlife and how stupid fucking Pascal's wager is and all that nonsense, dumb people need it. So the gag is I go in here, and then you kill me. Okay, at least it's not soft locks. Okay, that's free. Okay. Okay, so don't wait. Gotcha. The whole fucking COVID thing was just absolutely mind-blowing for me, because how goddamn hard is it to be like, okay, you can't go into this private business. Remember the cakes that you got so mad about? This private business says you can't go in there without a mask. You're not saying you have to be gay or put penises in your butt or whatever thing that you don't like. You just have to put this thing on your face. That's the rules, okay? That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. We're trying not to go outside. We're trying not to make each other sick. There's a whole country that does this all the time. Like, we have a lot to look at that says, hey, okay, what the fuck? That's pretty cute. I'll go in there. I want to see what happens. Okay, that was pretty cute. Just out of nowhere, huh? Just out of nowhere there, Reg. Reg, are you in the Troll Library Discord? Believe. Yeah. Yeah, we have a... You don't believe you are? Oh yeah, this Discord has lots of other troll creators that's relatively... the second link there, relatively active. That command I also use to tell people to read the goddamn guide. But that second one goes to the Troll Library Discord, very active. Other people who will want to play new troll levels and give you feedback and vice versa, and also can help you get the level stuck into open course world, that kind of thing. Looking at ways to avoid the Nintendo ninjas, especially if there's any glitchy stuff in here. But don't do that. We just go. We just go. Yeah, oh man, the ice mask stuff has just been hilarious. Like, I know we're never gonna like really go back and talk about it with people and be like, hey, remember when you said masks were causing CO2 problems and all that shit? And like, yeah, I get that isolation is tough. I get that isolation is... Ooh, I think I could get that, couldn't I? Okay, it leaves. I think I could get that on my head. Oh, but it looks like you want me to do that anyway? Yeah, okay. Right there. Okay. Rude. Anything pushes me into there. Maybe something's about to. But man, the fact that people were just totally fine with the Gestapo and their masks. And the total lack of irony there. Esports. Like, I have asthma. I don't want to wear a mask. But I will survive. I was fine. I did the thing. Absolutely crazy how shitty people were about, hey, just do this thing. On the door? Go in first door with star. I didn't see a star. There's the star. Okay. Okay, go faster, and then can I get back up to the other door? That's probably what we're doing. Well, I understand how people grasp onto the disruptor thing. I think that's stupid. My immediate argument for that shit was like, I behaved this way. You guys don't want somebody, like with the conservatives I knew, you don't want somebody like me who's this much of a fucking dickhead being in charge of stuff. There's a reason why I should not be in charge of people. Because you give somebody who gets off on making people uncomfortable or unhappy a little bit of power, especially if they have no morality and they're fucking... I'm an idiot. Only drive is like self-entertainment, it's gonna be a fucking problem. Or yeah. The absolute maximum corruption. Honestly, I thought it would be a lot worse. I thought what he would do would be a lot worse than that, but there's still time. Speed bump, okay. Yeah, Pud and Crackers. I don't know where Hot Dog went. He never came back to me. Just got two hot little cats over there doing their little loaves, little sideways fat loaves. Oh, I waited too long. Okay, speed bump on the one side and don't wait too long on the other side. Rough. I'll just delay for a second. I'm fine. Yeah, you only have to delay a little tiny bit. We do this. We do this. Oops. A dog adventure, maybe after this one. We'll go see if we can find him. Yeah, the total lack of irony, of recognizing the irony on the corruption stuff has been mind-blowing, too. I think a lot of that is why the conservatives that previously we would have discourse on some of this stuff, is why it's really hard to talk about. Because you can't be bitching about Biden's penis and me being like, yeah, you know, granted, I understand why people were upset about Twitter shutting down talking about Biden's penis, but I also understand that some of it was people didn't want to see the penis, the non-consensual penis of it. Makes a little bit of sense. Put a black bar over the penis. How hard was that? But yeah, the place that we're at now is just like, I don't want the answer to be infinite whataboutism forever, but I don't know how I will ever be able to respond to, oh my god, I can't stop getting the sun up my ass. I don't know how I will ever be able to respond to criticism of like, okay, well, Mr. Beast isn't really even that liberal. He's obviously capitalist and he's doing this to make himself a little bit more money on his YouTube channel. Clearly. Like, okay, yeah, I get that. I didn't want to vote for Mr. Beast either. He clearly loves Israel. But do you remember that time that that guy made like $7 billion being president? Go over here, and then don't ride the train. Okay. Like, it's just really, it's going to be impossible to ever hear corruption criticism. I don't know if we'll go backwards, if we'll just kind of go back to where we were. Or if it's going to be like this. If the next liberal president does the exact same thing and, you know, is rules by decree and is horrible and builds their own shitty Gestapo, because I also don't want that. Can't stop getting the sun in my ass. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much, it's really fucking crazy how much decorum was holding everything together. Does the star come if I don't go right in the door? It does. The star comes. If, okay. Gotta be in the right place. Yeah, I don't know if things get less unhinged if we go back to... Do you remember when gaffes were a thing? Do you remember when somebody who was like president would say the wrong word? And then it would be the fucking current events. I didn't give a shit about current events back then, because who gives a shit if Bush says something a little stupid or sounds a little dumb? Kind of felt like they were bullying an idiot a little bit. Like they were bullying a guy with a speech impediment. Yeah, I mean, he's an idiot. Go for it. Sometimes that doesn't fire and I don't get it. Bully Elon Musk about his physical appearance until he kills himself. 100% unironic support for that. But man, do I miss when like that might have been the worst. The worst perspective you could have on shitty discourse. Oh. Okay, there we go. The guy that screamed at his rally eons ago, the Democrat, got canned at what, a Bush rally? At a Trump rally? Okay, P-switch, and then let's do the P-switch over here. And then we go back in this door on that muncher that we saw. Up, down. Are we supposed to beat the muncher? We're probably supposed to beat the muncher up there, huh? Yeah, it used to be a different world. He's bored. I don't like decorum. I don't love the idea of a social contract generally. Like, I'm not... I don't love what we had, but you sure miss it. You sure miss it when it's gone. Okay, star. That muncher fell right away. I don't see how I could beat that muncher. Huh. There's an entrance at the third saw. It's a bit hard to see. Okay. No, I do not recall. Yeah, people used to face consequences for things like that. Now we got Mecha Hitler generating child porn from pictures of children. And, no consequences? It seems like we're doing... I think we're doing no consequences. I think your AI is allowed to make child porn as long as you say oopsie. Oh, I'm supposed to go up here? Oh, yeah, I definitely can't see that. Use a different demo salad if you want to make that a little clearer. Buy one. Go in here. Probably should have waited out the star. Okay, looks like it didn't matter. Yeah, love forced waits. Oh, you fucker. That's a really simple troll at the checkpoint. That at least we know how to do it right next time. Actual position. We've had a couple of those. You know, in office. Herman Cain. Oh, God. Who was that crazy anti-abortion guy? Who was Trump's buddy? Wonder where he went. Yeah, a little while back, around the last debate with Biden, I went back and watched some of the McCain debates, and it was just kind of hilarious to watch, like, how much less insane everything used to be. Go in. Hold up. And then go around. Okay, that's nice. I was gonna say, it would be really nasty if this ended up being a bunch of stuff. Wow. Unnecessary cruelty. But at least we touched it already. But I'm glad we got it. Yeah, pretty cute. What do we spent about 8 minutes getting to the first checkpoint? Not too long. That's always nice. Yeah, well, that's really funny too. He's calling it a war. Trump has referred to it as the war multiple times. That's crazy too. We're not looking at... Isn't that what I wanted? We're not looking at, Oh, claw. That's pretty funny. That would have been pretty funny if it landed. I kind of want to see that work. How does this one kill me? You wouldn't just soft lock. Okay, thank God. Soft locks are enough. What in the fuck are our legislators even doing? If they don't pass laws, and they're completely hamstrung by the president, and they don't even want to really investigate the Epstein stuff. They don't want to really talk about what they're seeing. They don't want to push for further release really in a meaningful way. They don't want to do anything that would hold anybody responsible for. So the claw grabs me out of this. Oh, you kind of see it coming. That's pretty funny, though. That is pretty funny. If there's room above, I think you can drop a claw in a better, more well-hidden way. I've definitely seen them move faster and come out of nowhere from above. And it looks like we're probably at the top of the screen anyway, but I bet you can make that work better. I bet somebody knows how to make that work better. Oh, that's what the actual troll is there. I am supposed to kick that into him. Okay, got it. But yeah, the people who are supposed to rubber stamp on war not doing it is just... Like, at some point, what the fuck are you guys even doing? Fine. And I mean, people don't care. Okay. People don't care anymore anyway. People haven't really cared. We've been doing just omnibus nothings for a long time. Is that just... That's gonna block the pipe. Okay. A lot going on. There we go. There's a lot going on in this room that you can avoid by doing nothing. Which I feel like it's gonna be my first instinct as soon as I start seeing stuff move, and I'm not gonna get soft locked. Well, if they're not in charge of, like, signing off on war... Yeah, something must be broken here, right? Or we're dodging it? Yeah, or it's for something later and we're supposed to just do this and be confused. I guess we'll see. They don't sign off on war. They don't really do any legislating. They don't really hold anybody responsible. We're not doing checks and balances. At some point it goes from like, well, no, we're not doing a Gestapo. We're not doing a Nazi Germany to, wait, hang on. It's starting to really look a lot like the Orange Reich. Okay, well, the setup that made me stand still to see what happened worked pretty well into making me continue doing it. I tend to do it anyway, but that, I guess maybe it was conditioning? Maybe that was the thought there? Maybe we're coming back through there. But I'm a little confused coming into this room. That's what's supposed to happen. Okay. Okay, that's supposed to... That probably works the first time, and that's what you get. But there's no threat behind me to make me want to do that, so I figured I'll just see what happens if, I'll see what happens if the ball pushes me. If you put something back there that's spooky, then I will not want to touch it. Then I'm more likely to jump and hold right. Yeah. Sports. Like, I thought the no kings thing was a stupid thing to circle around until it started to get extra kingy. Was a pipe? Nope, not a pipe. What is he doing? No! Oh. Gonna hold right. See what happens. See if I get the thing. Okay. I thought I was just gonna get it, and I would just hold right and get it, but okay. People don't process that there isn't a 1x1 behind them, so they jump to dodge the ball. If that's what you're seeing, definitely keep it. I would pay attention to see if you're seeing a lot of people freeze and let it happen, or just bump backwards. Oops. But if you're seeing a lot of people dodge it, just gotta make it spooky. I mean, you can just put spikes with a one-way and people might not process it, especially if, like, it's a spike behind this one-way. That would immediately make me think. Like, if you literally just put a spike right here, I'll be more scared of it. I'll be significantly more scared of it. I would not process that it couldn't kill me. Dude. But you could do an almost impossible to enter thing, too, if you wanted to stick to the 1x1 of, like, just having a hole here. Oop, I don't have the scribbler. Just having a little 1x1 hole here that looked scary and looked like there was going to be something there, and then a dotted line block that implied you would get stuck in the hole above it, like you'd set up in other places. But I think all you need to do is have a tiny bit of a spook there to push them into it. I think you just need the tiniest thing to scare the player so that they want to hold right. Oops, slippery. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait because that guy starts doing that and the switch flips. If I go over here, how do I die? How do I die in this spot? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See what you did? Oh, now I'm soft locked. Might be, I think it might just be faster to go back. I'm gonna try going back. We were at CPU 1. Only took me about 8 minutes to get there playing, so I bet we'll get back there pretty fast. Oh my god. Never seen that soft lock before. I used to joke a lot that if you put a 1x1 hole somewhere and your entire thought is no one would ever be dumb enough to go into that 1x1 hole, I will charge headlong into it and not think I shouldn't have. Not even to be a dickhead and be like, no, I was seeing if it was a soft lock. I will just be like, oh, obviously I should go there. That hole was made for me. Ugh. Oh, the 1x1 fault. Nope, other one. Other one. Yeah, different color semi-solid back there or something to tell me that that's there. That just ends up feeling like an impossible to sort out hint. But there's no troll on the time pressure or anything. It just is hard to sort out correctly. That's another reason why it's nice when people do kind of shorter experiences. Because it's nice to know, oh, I can just go back to the checkpoint if I find a soft lock. Nope. Jumped late and am fine. After almost immediately doing the thing. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, actually, it looks like it's pretty easy to not beat that timer. Yeah, I'm going to hold forward, but then I'm going to stay on this little ledge here. Esports. Conditional fire flower. Oh, I'm supposed to go into that one. I'm supposed to go into that hole. Okay. I didn't understand the hint immediately, but now I think I see what you want me to do. You want me to go into that hole, and then I can leave and do what I'm supposed to do here. Okay. That just pushes you into the hole. Okay. Easy enough to avoid. Oops. Okay. Little speed bump there, too. That is how we go in that hole. I also totally get people checking out now and not wanting to talk about it or deal with it or think about it or respond to people talking about it. Respond to some asshole who won't shut up about it. And I know, for a lot of people, too, locking in on current events, spending a lot of time doing it. Like, I self-limit how much time I spend reading the news. Oops, I did it again. I don't really limit how much dumb shit, dumb news stuff I watch on YouTube, but it's not that much. Oh, actually, you can just kind of make that work. Little late on the soft lock. Oh, if you did it while I was in there, I probably would have waited for it to play out. Yeah, if you delay there, it's real close. Okay, I think I'm ready. Yeah, I like the one checkpoint, too. Although, if you have an extra checkpoint, you can always do some kind of silly gag with it, but you don't have to. Should I do this to trigger it? And then I get the... Okay, nope. I'm not sure what the conditions are to do that right. Maybe I should just go directly into the hole, and I will be delivered the mushroom. Oh, yeah, that's not a hint to get a fire flower from here. That's a fire flower for me to have. I understand. I think I get it now. I thought I was supposed to get a fire flower from the blaster there, so I should trigger it and come back, but I think that that is not what we're doing at all. Where I can make that part a bit more clear. Out of here. Let's look at it when we get there. I could see somebody repeatedly trying to get the fire flower out of there and feeling like that was a hint. Or that's a part of it, but there's no good reason not to try going in there first. Let's see what we see when we actually get in here. Yeah, because we just go through it. Oh, if you just hit something, if you just hit that with a shell, like if you can send a shell into that to hit it, and show the player that it turns, they might kind of figure out, oh, I'm supposed to just go in there, like, immediately. Yeah, there we go. And that just opens the door. Yeah, something hitting that block, or transforming that block, or anything to get rid of that, to show the player that block is not actually, that's not a soft lock. This isn't a 1x1. Kind of isn't a 1x1. It's a 1x2 anyway. Maybe that's what you expected the hint to be? Okay. Where's... Oh, there we go. He takes a sec. I guess the player doesn't really need a fire flower. They just need to be able to kill Kamek. So you could have almost anything available for the player to kill Kamek. And since that isn't... You could just set a shell for him to kick at Kamek. Yeah, we don't really need to do anything else. You could have an alternative way to kill Kamek that doesn't expose the player to the fire flower on one side and a fire flower on the other side, which ends up feeling like maybe it's supposed to be a hint, but it doesn't ruin anything. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I think having that be a little clearer and having that finish really solid is also the last thing the player sees. Making sure that's really solid leaves people with a good impression on the way. Yeah, GG. Yeah, really good stuff for random troll out of nowhere that's not, as far as I know, affiliated with the community. A lot of times people who are just doing stuff in the dark do really bad things. Oh. See here. Or people who have only been making troll levels for one very short... Oh, that's from 2021. That's crazy. That did not feel old. That did not feel old or shitty like it was old. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's still a pretty active community of people who are making troll levels, playing troll levels. We have this open course world thing. Actually, it's slow. So after the hot dog adventure, we'll go take a peek at some open course world stuff, see what people have been uploading, see if we can find anything in there. I'll close the queue for now. I'll close the queue because it's almost time for me to eat food. But let's cat. Let's cat. It has been demanded. But there's a really cool place for us to stick levels that Nintendo can't get to. That Nintendo can't stop us from going to. Oh, that's funny. We're getting ready for the hot dog adventure. NDI camera. Adventure over. He just showed up. He just came here. He looks like he just woke up, probably from a pretty hot nap. Aww. He's checking to see what my finger tastes like. Hot dog, you're basically a snake, buddy. You want to taste things. You want to smell everything with your tongue. Taxi him to the bed. Okay, let's see if we can get him. Pop this in here. Such a good boy. Nope. Go in the phone holder. No, Pud, we're not doing another treat. Go back up into the camera. Hot dog. Where are we going? What are we doing? Hi. Hey, buddy. He didn't want to go in there. So we'll try to trick him to stay in there with treats. Here. Hot dog. Hey. Look. Look, they're in your bed. Look, they're in your bed. Treats. Don't you want to go in your bed? I know you want to go in your bed, hot dog. Yeah, eat the treats. Eat the treats and then sit down. Right, buddy? Maybe he'll sit down. We will observe. Give crunchies. We gave him some. Oh no, Cracker's nose. Hot dog butt? Yeah, we're not getting the full fruit basket. Usually he likes to give us a fruit basket. Why are you backing up? Who backs up? Who backs up? Keep your fruit basket. Keep your fruit in its basket. Oh, he's doing it. There it is. There it is. Cat treats from the sky? They came. See? You can see it a little. You can mostly see it. But now he's gone. He has left his bed for the other bed. Okay. Adventure over. Him and his fruit bowl. Did not know until very recently that they leave the scrotum now on cats, and we honestly thought for some time that they didn't, like, they fucked up the neutering. Yeah, let's go take a look at Open Course World. Full card in. Sports. Gonna reconnect? At least we can see him. I have a dispenser. Yeah, I have one of those treat dispensers with a button, and I put it on the ceiling so that we can push a button and make the treats fall, which you can't really see, but it almost always brings the cats back. I just charged you for the procedure and pet him and give him catnip the whole time. I mean, he would deserve it. Yeah, I know. I removed it. Well, it was off. What are you going to fucking do about it? He would deserve it, but I would be sad. Yeah, the production value is ridiculous. We have a thermal camera. We have like 8 goddamn cameras. There's an IP camera on a green screen. That's what's going on over there. So that the cats can be in the way even more. I keep adding cameras to no one's to no benefit, to no value. But yeah, open course world. We have Mario Maker mods that have way less rules. You can upload corrupt courses, and it's pretty easy to... Yeah, you value it. Some people value it. I just, you know, feel like for me, personally, if I have 5 cameras and 3 of them are pointed at cats, I should be rich. I should have... Okay, I shouldn't be rich. That's crazy. That's capitalism talking. I should have enough money to buy all the things I need. I should make $80,000 a year. Boom. Right into me. That's not how it works on Twitch. You have to do a lot of work, which I'm unwilling to do, and get really lucky. Which I am willing to do. Easier to see cat cam? Yeah, look, we have even more cat camera. Oh, it's only hot dog. Here's the big one. Moved slightly? Nope. Just not visible. There we go. Big dog. Foot long. Hot dog, you're like at least 2 feet long. He's making a cute face at me. See if we can zoom this one. Yeah, Open Course World is very cool. Pretty easy to do in an emulator if you have a gaming PC, which from before it sounded like you do. Pretty easy to get set up in Ryujinx. There's some instructions there. Also pretty easy to set up if you have a moddable Switch. Very easy mod set pack to install and very little configuration needed. Where is the stupid Logitech thing? There we go. I like how it zooms out at random without permission. It's a really good camera control. But yeah, it's pretty much the dark web of Mario Maker 2. No, I wanted to refresh. Did I hit search? I did hit search. It's also used for the troll library as another upload location so that it is much easier to preserve your courses infinitely. And even if you don't set up an emulator and you don't set up a modded Switch, even if you have no intention to access Open Course World at all, you can authenticate with Open Course World by linking Discord or Twitch or whatever and uploading a level, and then you can transfer your levels to Open Course World without anything other than a browser. It is very cool and can let you preserve your levels without having to do anything Nintendo, without having to interact in any way with the piracy or pretty much legal piracy or emulation or anything that Nintendo would get mad about. I think I saw one upload in the troll library too that we hadn't looked at that I think was Open Course World anyway. Oh yeah, there's something from Pylo. I wonder if that's the one we looked at already though. I remember last one was good. 9QR. ONW. UHD5. Yeah, it's really, really, really cool. It's an extremely feature-rich thing that, especially if you like Mario Maker, is worth checking out. I think we did look at this. Featuring one Socks Troll. Yeah, we looked at this. Yeah, they will eventually shut down the servers, and this is a live way to preserve them now in a way that should always be accessible. Like, even if they stop hosting, if they stop paying for hosting, the level pack should still be downloadable, and this will make it so that as long as you can still get it here, yeah, we can. You can always find it. It can always live. I'm not gonna replay something that we played recently. But I did like it, and I'm gonna like it again. Did I think I followed people. Didn't I? Stars are in here. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Oh, and Endless. Endless is terrible. Endless is everything. Endless is a random mix of nonsense. Endless is extremely cursed. Pig is I am too. We look at that. Look at this. Let's see. Will there ever be a Mario Maker 3? I hope so. But I feel, well, the way Nintendo's been cooking this generation, we might have looked at this. The way Nintendo's been, what's it called? SoupBowl, Molten Brain Land 2. I think we did. Molten Brain Land 2 final in Open Course World, October 2024. So yeah, we looked at this too long ago. See if we can find something new. Right, hot dog? So cute. Oh, I can't get over this cat. Sports. I want there to be a Mario Maker 3. There's a non-zero chance that we could see New Soup's engine being replaced with the Mario Wonder engine. And I would lose my shit. I hate the New Soup engine. I hate how floaty New Soup is. I've always hated the physics in New Soup, and even for the one that I like, the original DS New Soup, it didn't feel good. I felt like it was kind of what they were doing for the frame rate target that they had and for what they were doing, and we got stuck with it. Mario Wonder has really good physics. Mario Wonder has fun physics. It's weighty. It's quick. They started doing that kind of balloony thing a little bit more that they've been doing with a lot of their other platformers. It feels nice. I don't know how people who are obviously making like what looks like absolute shit levels, how they find Open Course World and cram stuff into it. But they do. And if Timmy can do it, so can you. This looks cool. This looks like yeah. Jump to the beat of Mario Wonder. Let's take a peek. There's me who hated Wonder. It was a boring game. Yeah, they were doing gimmicks per level, and some of the gimmicks were a little weak. But I thought for like just a platforming experience, it was something we haven't seen from Nintendo in a while for doing just a straight, good platforming experience. I was really hoping for a bigger DLC pack where we would have more. There was definitely some weird. What is this? What is this weird thing here? There's definitely a lot of opportunity for them to have done more there that they just didn't do. There were several worlds that we just didn't have bosses. Like, I have a lot of criticism for Wonder. But the actual engine itself was really fun. I liked how the game handled, and I liked how we interacted with the environment. I really like the badges. It is heartbreaking that we didn't get cooler shit with the badges. Is this like the world's laziest dev exit? This is weird. It's weird. Why wouldn't you just section it off? Huh. Weird way to set it up. Yeah, really weird way to set it up. We have a way to do things to the beat, and it's a shell and an on-off block. What's the second hit there? What the fuck, man? Oh. Yeah, even if you hated Wonder, you have to have at least thought it was better than New Soup, right? Bye, hot dog. Out of here. Oh, he's biting. He's biting crackers. You guys. Hi, crackers. You want to come up here? You can come up if you want, crackers. Yeah, the second one just doesn't trigger there. You liked New Soup and you didn't like Wonder. That's that. That's that contrarian energy. Oh. Yeah, I thought New Soup kind of hit the goal they were going for on the DS. Then they kept going. Then they started doing these wide open multiplayer level design that just wasn't that fun. Yeah, for me, Wonder felt a lot like I have no need to experience this. Wonder felt a lot like a modernized Mario 3 engine. Felt like they were going for some of the same feel of Mario 3's engine. I just really... Zelda Maker. Try to die. Man, this is a pretty sad pile of stuff to scroll through in OCW. Yikes. Okay, let's look at let's look at Weird Endless. Yeah, hey, thanks for popping in. Have a good night. We will be back yelling at Mario Maker again tomorrow. If you got more, I'll be here. We get the most lives with easy. Yeah. No, we don't get the most lives with easy. I think they're all the same pool. Let me back it up here. We get the most from Super Expert. Goes what I know. Last pro tag. Found something? We'll go take a look at it in a sec here. We'll look at one of these. We'll look at one of these and see what we get. Oh, that's not real. You're Mim. You're Mim? You're Mim? Your mommy. Your mom, I'm JK. Your mama? Your mom, I'm JK. Looks really normal and nice. Yeah, put your mom in the queue, but the queue's closed. No more moms accepted. Esports. To have made a level that just is called your mom. But also, I bet we could search on Maker Central for levels with mom in the Maker ID, M0M. I think we can search by level code. Yeah, GG. Finally gonna get that Super Expert costume. Central.io. See here. Gotta fight the dog. Good luck. Levels. We can search levels. Can't search... Worlds might... No, Worlds would just be Maker IDs. Mom. I'm just gonna search mom. A level for my mom. Mom Entum. The biggest bra moment ever. A level for your mom. Momentum Mountain. Mario Shell Bowling 2. Where's mom? I don't see any moms in there. Find the right moment. Yeah, there's some moms in there. DT Spies level. Whose Vine is it anyway? End with mom. Entum. There's some moms. Thought your queue was closed. It is. Oh, it is closed. It must allow moderators to put stuff in when it is closed. They did something. Let's go see what it is. No, it's too late. I'm gonna go put it in there. You can't remove the numbers from me, from my brain. Switch that one back to 1, and then switch this one back to 1. It's my maker ID. Oh, too late. I'm gonna go to your maker ID. I'm gonna find your levels. Your likes were deleted again? Seriously? Did you upload during the upload party? And something happened, I thought? Remember there was some drama a little while back where it seemed like somebody was trying to take action over a weekend. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember exactly what the whole context was. Oh, 13 likes. Your likes getting deleted does not remove the actual likes from the player. It just resets that number. Aww. Yeah, probably some angry wiener. Some dickhead being a dick. Vision puzzle with endless skip. You need to hit the POW. Oh. Keyboard and mouse adapter for the Nintendo Switch 2. I wonder how much those suck. I know this one. I like that the setup is pretty conspicuous. I'm not going over that. That's not how that works. Runoff? Might just be runoff. Skip, hint. Skip and hint. The puzzle and precision, and I can skip it. Are you sure? Yes? No? No is death. That's cute. That's pretty cute. That's very nice. I dislike the idea of endless no skip. This original of this level had a dev exit until the final revision. Hated re-uploading it. Is it also so it's a puzzle that's also very hard? That's rough. Glad there's a skip. I hate the idea of endless no skip. Well, this should be definitely be aimed at Hot Dog if he's gonna be up there. He has 90-degree ears, it looks like. Yeah, he's got warm ears. Not as warm as Pud. Almost at 3 hours. Just do a little bit of multiplayer verse and then we'll wrap it up. I hate the idea of endless no skip. Like, just skip. Why are you committing to this bit? Why is anybody committing to this bit? Just skip stuff that sucks. Or make a game out of it. Gamify it as like a channel point reward or something. Or people can force you not to skip it and then people can still force you to skip it. Or for the love of God, don't just commit to the no skip. Only beaten the intended way once. That's unfortunate. How can you tell? What if somebody beat it the intended way really, really fast? Sports. Hot Dog is on camera a lot right now. Oh, those two are almost synced. That's cute. Toadette trying to put Luigi in his fucking pipe. Oh, that's funny. No, Toadette, go in your hole. We're all gonna go be miserable together in this shitty fucking level. That we can't die in. This is not that laggy. But still miserable. God, this game could be so much better if it wasn't like this. Hot Dog's thinking about doing something bad. I do really hope we get a Mario Maker 3 though, especially so that I will have a good reason that it will be easy to continue playing. It'll be easy to continue doing this. setups are ass. Looks like Luigi has already left. Oh yeah, he's already in here, so he's probably way ahead of me. Ass. Oh, I did not see the note block there. Oh my god. Crackers just directly bit Hot Dog's top of his head because he was annoyed with Hot Dog. That was really cute, Crackers. Cat fight. Oops. Oops. Okay, that was my goal. I accidentally pressed home and I got kicked out. But honestly, that's miserable. We haven't done Endless Super Expert in a very long time. Can you stop biting on your brother there, buddy? Oh, I didn't check following on here, did I? Might be some stuff we didn't look at in following on here. Hey, thanks a lot for popping in, Box. Have a good night. Sleep good. God. Quit immediately. That looks like Super Expert. They need their claws cut. Oh no, we did check following, didn't we? No, maybe we didn't. BS levels. First comic short. Uh-oh. What is happening? Oh. Oh yeah, somebody's doing a comic contest. Somebody's doing like a comic troll level contest. Who is this guy? Why did I follow this guy who was making so many versus levels? Okay. River of Flame I like. Cool title card. Pokeballing. Okay, they made a bunch of stuff that I played and liked. Then they started just pumping out versus stuff. A crazy person. Oh, Vega doing stuff. I'd like stuff. I'd like troll levels from Vega in the past. I didn't see it in the uploads at any point, but maybe we played it already? Take a peek. What the fuck is this level? What the fuck is this level? Alright. Looks like it's leaning pretty hard into the Timmy thing. Okay. Can you guys keep it in frame? Okay, hi. Hi. Just can't keep it in frame. Oh, weird. Can I not get up that high when I'm scroll locked? A lot of doors there. Okay, I think that's just to kill you. There wasn't a hint or anything important up there. That's pretty funny. Little shit posty. That's not enterable. There's... I just noticed there's only one fucking red coin. Oh. Not a real soft lock. Rude. After the checkpoint, too. But at least it's pretty quick to get back. Other one is enterable. These look weird. Okay. This is weird. This is a weird one. There's more than nothing here. Maybe we'll start with this one tomorrow before I get too invested. We'll see. We'll see how much is here. Sports. Another spring. Okay. Very weird. What? Okay. Oh. That's cute. A really cute way to do a little music segment. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go in here and play around. Probably not. Seems like I should not be permitted to leave. Well, at least I'm not soft locked. Don't think I'm supposed to go up there. Oh. Grab that mine. Is that even makeable? Ad. Oh, did you actually get an ad? Get Twitch turboed, son? You got an ad? Or are you making a joke about not ads? Or you have Twitch turbo so you got the little pause? Weird. Weird. Damn, so whatever I figured out was on the tail end of them figuring out a fix for it. Oh, god damn it. Because I don't actually want to run ads. I was running ads only to prevent you received a Twitch turbo ad. Okay. On the ad break, you got a Twitch turbo ad. How long is a Twitch turbo ad? Is it just really short? Is that the 1.5 second ad that Natalie was talking about? Like 3 seconds? Interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, the only ad that will run is a short little Twitch turbo ad for like 3 seconds. Actually, I think I'm okay with that. That's annoying, but that is minimally disruptive. Went too high. It's minimally disruptive. Pretty interesting. Interesting. Okay, that was a kind of funny little shitpost. Yeah, it was a kind of funny little shitpost. Yeah, GG. Kind of funny, yeah. I'm guessing that was for somebody or for something, but that was pretty funny. Okay, let's do one more quick burst and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah, I know. I pressed home by accident. Interesting. Which turbo ad? Wow, wow, wow. Well, those other 4 people doing verses were the only people going, and now we're in trouble. Good stuff. Yeah, yesterday I was on a roll getting a bunch of stuff done, and then the guy who stays in my old house, guy who's renting it from me for the mortgage, which capitalism got me there. Even if your income cancels out your it's basically just no, you can rent it for the mortgage. That's not how assistance programs work. I don't qualify for anything because I technically have income, even though that income has to pay a bill. Thanks, government. Could have rented for more. Don't want to rent at all, just didn't want to not own a house. Wanted to continue owning the house and then live in this house that my girlfriend owns. We can be a part of that last generation of people that owns houses. Ow. Made the wrong choice. But hopefully Toad is an idiot, and Mario and Luigi kill each other. Like we know they're gonna have to. The end of the story for those brothers. Have you ever considered the private equity? Ooh, yeah. Imagine if I owned more houses. That's rude. It's a rude little place that I climbed up to. Yeah, if I rented for more, then I could buy more houses. And then instead of getting a job where I do work that benefits people, I could get a job where I have property and other people have to pay me to get it because I already have it. Now they can't get it. Couldn't wait for me? You didn't have anybody up your ass. You just didn't want to wait. That's so rude. So rude. Oh, I gotta piss. It was a normal level, though. Normal level. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to yell at some more Mario Maker. Maybe wear some wigs. Maybe bitch about capitalism. And
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing.